Welcome to this flash video on creating buttons for your animations. Buttons are utilized to provide interaction within the animation and have programming applied to the graphics that are placed on your stage. To create buttons, you go to the Insert menu and choose New Symbols. And from here, on the type of symbol, we're going to choose Button. And let's name it Next Frame. Say OK. And then you get a different stage that pops up. This is the one for the button symbol. And you'll notice there's no border on the outside. There's only a center in which the graphic should be. You might also notice that down in the timeline, there's only a single frame. In fact, options for 3 other frames. So an up frame, an over frame, down, and hit frames. So let's create a simple graphic here. We'll just use the ellipse tool. We'll choose a bright red color for the fill, and we'll have no stroke for this one. And I'm simply going to create a circle, holding the Option Shift key down to draw from the center. And you'll notice now we have our graphic in the up frame. So I'm going to go to the next frame and do a Control click, Insert Keyframe. This is the overstate. This is when the mouse moves over the button. And let's change the color on that. So with this selected, I'm going to change the color to a blue color. We can also have a down state. So let's put in another keyframe. And in this case, we're going to move the graphic slightly to make it appear that when you click on it, it actually is performing a task and actually moving. Now you wonder what the hit frame's for. This is an area that would be selectable. So let's assume that you had as a button only type. That would mean that you would have to click on just the strokes of the letter forms. And that's not very useful. So you would create a shape something like this that would be the hit area that would be selectable. So a button that had type in it then could work. All right, let's return to the scene. And you'll notice now that in the library we have the button symbol. So I'm going to pull this out to the stage. And we can scale it and reposition it just like any other graphic we have on here. And let's see what it looks like before we apply some action script for it to perform a task. So we're going to go to the Control menu and turn on Enable Simple Buttons. And so now, I'm going to click off of here, I can see what the button looks like when I move the mouse over and when I click on it. Okay, so it simulates the action of the button. So to perform the action script and do more editing, one needs to go back and turn off the simple buttons.